Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. So, here's the thing. Last week, talked about red flags. Is he a red flag? Before that, we talked about cuffing season. So, I think it's only fitting we talk about the real problems that we're facing, and that's the sassy men apocalypse. And I think it needs to be talked about because as a woman in this society, I think I'm a victim of it. And I think I need to educate you guys on what the sassy men apocalypse is and the state of our country because of this. So, for those who don't know what the sassy men apocalypse is, I'll put the picture right here so you can see what I'm reading. So, I went to Urban Dictionary and looked up the sassy men apocalypse, and it says, the age we're currently living in. These men in particular want to be treated like women, hence sassy. Often confused with men who want their feelings heard, but the difference is sassy men don't listen to your feelings. And then there's another one. It says, sassy men apocalypse is particularly when a man is more feminine than most, when a man constantly thinks he's right and talks to you or behaves in a manner that you classify sassy. And one of the sentences, girl, it's sassy men apocalypse out here, OMG. So I know a lot of people have seen this going around social media, and I promise it's just not a social media trend. Harvard actually wrote something about it, and if Harvard says it's real, then I believe it because it's Harvard. They're way more knowledgeable than I am. So it says, breaking news, this just in, straight men in 2023 are no longer satisfied with the simple comfort of being surrounded by the boys. They yearn for the presence of a female partner, but lack the emotional availability to maintain a long, healthy relationship. The ability to be kind for longer than 3 weeks. So, it's not just saying that men are being sassy and, they have attitudes, because essentially that's kind of what the sassy men apocalypse is. It's just men having character all of a sudden and having a little attitude to them and being a little snarky. So I obviously asked you guys on Instagram because I always love to know what you guys think about it. So I put a poll up on my Instagram and I asked you guys if you are a victim of the sassy men apocalypse, and the votes were 82% to 18%. And then I also left a section where it says, if yes, leave comments, questions, and concerns. So, surprisingly, there were a lot of guys themselves that said yes. So, I love that men are being aware of their sassiness and the state that they are making us live in, because there were a lot of guys saying yes. Obviously, a lot of girls said yes as well. And then the question section where I asked, if so, leave comments, questions, and concerns. One of the responses was Team Matcha. And this is one of my friends, and let me explain it. Let me explain what Team Matcha means. One time I said in front of my friends that guys who drink matcha are sassy. And I live by this statement, and I will go to the grave with this statement. And I don't mean it in a mean or demeaning way at all, because I myself enjoy a good matcha, and I would love everybody to enjoy a good matcha. But I just think men who drink matcha are sassy. And I also don't think that there's anything wrong with sassy men. I think right now they're kind of taking over the world. So I am a supporter of the sassy man apocalypse, even though I am a victim of it, but I support it. Someone asked, what even is the sassy man apocalypse? So I'm really glad that they asked that, because I'm here to deliver. And someone else said it's basically World War III. Yeah, it's World War III out here with the sassy men. Another response said, I am personally a victim. My man can't go to sleep without being the little spoon and a back rub. So this is another trait, I guess, of sassy men is they love to be taken care of, which is, there's nothing wrong with a man who wants to be taken care of. I think that everybody in a relationship should take care of their boyfriend. Like, it goes both ways. So there's nothing wrong with that. But again, sassy behavior, just because it's sassy behavior, like, doesn't make it like wrong. It's just a little funny. I think if you are a woman dating a sassy man, I'm sure your relationship is really fun and there's a lot of character. Another response says, I am, in all caps, I am the sassy man. So basically, I'm concluding from this story poll. This story poll was really successful. I'm concluding that men who are sassy, for one, drink matcha, and two, are self-aware. So I'm going to put that on the list of pros of a sassy man, is his sense of self-awareness. I can appreciate that from a sassy man. And it made me think, like, are sassy men like a green flag, a red flag, or a beige flag? We talked about that last week, what a beige flag is. It's kind of like the in-between, like, it's one of those things where you're just like on the fence about it. It's like, I could not like you for something that you do, but it's kind of also still a green flag, so it's called just like a beige flag. So I concluded that sassy men are a beige flag. Again, I think they just have more character, like, they're funny. But again, if you are a really sassy woman, I don't know how matching you with a really sassy man is gonna go. It's one of those, like, at your own risk type of thing. So again, do that as you please. I'm just gonna warn you. So, like, if something ever happens, don't say I didn't warn you. And then it also just made me, like, the Harvard article also made me think about, like, the 3-3-3 rule in relationships, like the 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. So basically, in the Harvard article, they were saying that this sassy man apocalypse, like, yes, it's funny and it's just kind of like a trend or whatever, but it's really just a, like, psychological thing for men. They just want to be able to show emotions without, like, the whole men being too feminine backlash from it. So again, like it says, that a lot of times men don't have the ability to be kind for longer than 3 weeks, which brings us to the 3-3-3 rule. So basically what the 3-3-3 rule is 3 weeks, you'll be able to know and tell if you've had feelings for someone, and if your feelings are true for someone. 3 months is the trial period. Can you survive? Will you withstand this relationship? And 3 years. So it basically says that couples that have been together for 3 years are more likely to have a better chance of lasting. Okay, so in all seriousness, aside from the sassy men apocalypse, it is funny, and it's funny to joke around about, but also I think that it's just been a good way for guys to, like, express their emotions, because I think that's something that a lot of women look for in guys, is their ability to have emotions, and that's essentially just where the sassy men apocalypse came from. And I think that I've seen a lot of my friends, they have sassy men for boyfriends, and again, their relationships are strong, stable, and they follow the 333 rule of relationships, of dating. So if you are a victim of the sassy man apocalypse, or as Harvard is calling it, a sassy mendemic, then honestly, like, embrace it, have fun. It's a cute little trait that is going around, and I don't think we should be scared of it. It is a little scary, but there's some good that comes out of it. So sassy men aren't going anywhere anytime soon. I think they're getting worse. Like, men used to go to war, and now they do photo dumps, and now they go thrifting, which, again, nothing wrong with that. Love that for them. It's just a change in relationship dynamics that is occurring amongst younger relationships. So, okay, here's your daily reminder. Your daily reminder is to evaluate your boyfriend to make sure if he's a part of the sassy men apocalypse or not. Okay, guys. Well, it has been real. It's been real fun. And I will talk to you guys eventually, probably.